And then he caught up to you.
Why? How did he catch up to me?
Well, he's doing as much as you. Heroin.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He caught up to you doing as much heroin as you're doing.
I don't do heroin.
I know that.
He still does.
That was a joke.
Oh, I didn't get it, but all right. All right, so back to the action. You ready? Oh, I gotta turn the fan off.
Yes.
It's not that bad. It's not that loud, is it?
Well, you haven't talked into me. Talk to me.
No, the AC.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I thought you meant you.
No. Did you take a sip? Can't take your hand off of it.
I never heard of that.
It was a rule I made up because I would sit there and watch people at the club, and they would get their beer and open it, and then just put it right back on the table. I'm like, oh, why the fuck did you even open it? Oh, no, I was going to drink it. Yeah, but you didn't have to open it unless you were going to get ready to drink it.
Well, see, I always had a glass because I always ordered draft beer. But, right, opening the bottle.
Yeah, and then setting it down made absolutely no sense to me.
Well, I have more when I go to get it next time.
Yeah, okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
All right, I might have to play with some levels here. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Proper Radio. Holy mackerel. Over to my far right-hand side is Teacher Man.
Hey there.
And you almost spoiled my whole entire thing with the 99 cents. We're not doing 99 cents right now.
All right, I'm sorry.
So for what you people don't know, you people out there, is we actually have all our cameras set up, and the video and audio of the actual the last segment we just did was perfect. I mean, it was spot on. Unfortunately, the actual audio when we recorded here in the studio for editing all the uhs and do's out of it didn't do very well, and we forgot to turn off one of the microphones on the web camera, so it picked up everything. So everything else is good, though. Everything else is good. We sound good, and we'll go back there and fix it. So the first...
But do we look good?
Yeah, we always look good. And if you go to the Prophet Radio website, you're under the podcast, you're going to see a place called Under the Tent, and that's where we're at. We're under the tent. And so that's our live video feed now. Well, live video feed, it's recorded live, and you can see all the stuff that goes on in between breaks and whatnot. So, Teach Me, you doing okay?
I'm doing fine. Man, if I was doing any better, I'd have to be a twin.
All right. You know what? That's twice I've heard that this week.
Oh, really?
That is twice I've heard this week. And I'm going to play a commercial. I'm going to play a little snippet in between the next break. And that shows you exactly, because I have one of those sales calls on my phone that I record all the time, and they don't know that I'm recording them, and I always do it. I play along with them.
You're going to get in trouble one day.
No, I won't. No, because they call me. They solicited me. I can say whatever I want. So I wanted to go. I wanted to apologize. Oh, by the way, we're live at the Queen City studio, located in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. Give us a call at any time here at the station at 407-448-8800, and I promise I'll talk to you as a real person. But when you start selling me stuff, then I get kind of weird and stuff on you. And also, don't forget, on the Prophet Radio website, you can always voice your opinion on stuff with the Be Heard section right in the bottom right hand corner of the website, and it records and it shoots it right here to our station, and I play it on the air. So I wanted to apologize to you, Teacher Man.
I can't imagine what for. That'd be a first.
Now we were talking last week about, was it Sarah Saunders? Can you give me what was going on with the Red Robin Inn and what happened actually? And was it Marjorie Waters? Obviously, my story's all out of whack.
All right.
So.
Let's just put it this way.
All right, backtrack and take it away.
It is Donald Trump's press secretary, the one who gets out in front of the newspapers and speaks for him. She was in a restaurant, and I didn't name the restaurant.
Okay.
I don't know if you're going to or not, but I didn't name the restaurant.
I didn't.
She was in a restaurant with her family, and she was so harassed, and her family was so harangued that they wound up having to leave the restaurant because just for the fact that she was associated with Trump. Mm-hmm. I believe, and my belief is that, you can have your opinion. But did you really, did those people really feel good after they did that to a family when they left that restaurant? Did that really make them feel good?
Okay, so from my understanding, what happened was the Barry Sanders, what's her name?
Okay, you caught me.
What's the Huckabee?
There were several people that we mentioned that it happened to.
Right, but who's the main press secretary? What's her name?
Sandra Huckabee?
Yeah. So
Okay.
she was in there. The actual owner came up to her and said, "Hey, look, we don't want to serve you here. We're going to ask you to leave the facility." They have every right to do that. They have every right to refuse service to someone. Correct?
I guess.
Okay. Whether I hate this. And I'm going on with this one here. Whether you're white, black, Hispanic, too tall, too short, fat, too skinny, whatever, you have the right to. Now you have to understand when you refuse the right to. If you if you use the right to refuse service, you have to understand that you're making a decision, and the backlash to that decision is going to happen in a certain way. So, like if you say I can't let blacks in here, then of course all the blacks will be upset. And I don't want whites in here. I don't want whites. The Republican Party, same thing. Democratic Party, same thing. What I wanted to apologize for was who was the Marjorie Waters? Who was the one that said we need to make sure that when you see them out in the public and you see them out in the streets, that you shame them and you don't let them into your restaurant and you don't let them. What was her name? Do you remember?
I know who you're talking about. Right off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Okay.
But
nothing but the facts here, folks.
Right, nothing but the facts. But yes, and why are you apologizing for that?
Well,
and not only that, if you were in the restaurant with your family and your kids, and the owner takes his time to walk out and tell you, you know what, we don't want to serve you. Do you have the right to ask him why?
You can ask him why, but he doesn't have to explain himself. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to serve you. He's a private owner, a private business. But what I want, I don't. We can go down another wormhole on that one. But what I wanted to say, and I wanted to apologize because I said that these people have assumed a position of public. Not exclusivity, but they are in the public eye. So when you're out somewhere harassing them and stuff, they have to understand that there's a certain aspect of that. Now, diving into the story a little bit more, and the Waters lady was like, we need to ban them out of this, and we need to shame them for this. And she's sitting there, and I got a history major. I studied somewhat. Bear with me. But it sounded the same way when they were chasing blacks out of restaurants. Blacks don't need to be in there.
Well, they had their own section.
Yeah, the race people, whatever race you want to say, they don't need to be here. And like I said, black, white, Republican, Democratic, she was spouting off this whole segregation of these groups of people, which I don't think is right. Of course it's not right. It's not right. Any human would not want to be segregated from another human.
Well, it brings back the other asshole. I want to say, what the hell's his name? Fuck,
Trump? Not Trump.
No, the other guy, Robert De Niro. I want to say fuck Robert De Niro.
Oh yeah, when he did
how about that?
Awards.
Fuck you, pal.
Well, he's an idiot, and we talked about him last
Yes.
week. I just wanted to apologize because when I dived deeper into it, and I was defending the people that were harassing the people being thrown out, but then you get to listen to what they were actually saying. They were ostracizing them. They were, you are different than us. You do not believe in us. And how many times have we heard that before? We've heard it in World War I.
Exactly.
We've heard it in World War II. We've heard it in the Civil War that we had here in the old good United States. And on a lighter note, I'm going to get light on you, right? So we posted, and I get my stats are almost instantly 24 hours here at Deacon Live. We posted last week's show, and I would like to thank the great state of Georgia for being the first one on board downloading all of the shows I say all the shows. As soon as we posted it, I must have had I couldn't even count how many. Oh, I could count because there's numbers up on the screen, but they were the first ones within 24 hours. And we've had people in, Jordan and all these other. They don't get to them, but I'll tell you what. Hats off to Georgia.
Love those Georgians.
And they were one of the first ones on board. As soon as we posted the last week's show, they were right on board and they were downloading and listening to it. So I'd like to thank Georgia for being a part of Deacon Live. And we've got T-shirts coming out. We got a whole bunch of new stuff coming up. So we got T-shirts coming out, and don't forget our 1K run is still in effect. We got stickers and stuff for that. So, oh, you know what? I got so much stuff. I'm so excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I got so much stuff.
That's the way I felt with the camera.
I got a new program. I say new program. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up in due time and make sure that I can get this correctly to play. Oh shit! Stupid thing reset itself. You ready? Let's see.
What's up, Doc? What's up, Doc?
So I've got a little a soundboard that I picked up. I was trying to save it here, so.
We're dead.
Oh, let's see if you can hear it again.
We're dead.
So it's just little snippets, just something else to add to the show. It's a little soundboard that I picked up, and we're gonna incorporate that. Especially Teacher Man, when he gets long, gets long in the tooth as far as explaining some of his stories. I'm gonna have to drop a couple sound bites on him so we can hear what's going on.
Yeah, drop dead.
Oh, so well, this is actually we're doing this now. The last segment is a slight rendition of the video slash rendition of the audio that we recorded before. So I think we're all set up here. I got one camera. You know what? I bought these. I bought these. The station bought these cameras from a reputable source, and then one of the cameras took a dump on us. We're not too happy with it, but we'll get all that fixed up. And this is kind of like not a trial run, but we're doing the live thing, the live streaming thing on a different level.
Hey, everybody has a first day of school.
We do have a first day of school. If you didn't have the first day of school, then where would you be?
You wouldn't have the second day.
You wouldn't have the second day. So stick around. We're going to talk about some more stuff, some stuff that'll change your life, I promise. And I want to talk about Facebook just a little bit. And oh my God, speaking of wormholes, what a wormhole that the Prophet Radio, actually my Facebook page has rolled down. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. All right, I want to fix this real quick. Where did I put it? I'll just do TV drops. See, this is why it's so important that I sit here and show prep this stuff.
Organize.
I know. Oh, what did I call it? Shit. I called it Facebook theme. So search Facebook theme. There it is. Alright, but where's it at? Open file location. There it is, way at the bottom, where it should not be. Sign jingle. I hope I'm not boring you.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Clear button. Yes.
I'd be downstairs watching Hitler if I wasn't doing this.
Clear button. Yes. What do I want to do? this up. I want to do a couple sound things. I don't want to do it. I want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to have to reprogram. I just wanted to get this one on here.
Okay.
Motherfucker. I want it to work. Okay, there you go. All right, it's working now. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Let's move forward in the timeline. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. My name is the Deacon. Over there on my far right-hand side is Teacher Man.
Hey, folks.
And don't forget, we are live. Actually, we're live on the Under the Tent section of the Prophet Radio under podcasts and stuff. I'm going to work out a smoother detail on that, but that's what we're doing. We're recording this live so you can see all the stuff that goes on.
So I can actually wave.
Yeah, you can wave right to the camera. You get a straight view of Teacher Man's ugly mug right there.
Hey, I just had my teeth cleaned.
Yeah, and we got a bunch of new toys that we've been playing with here. We got new cameras. One of the cameras took a dump on us, so I have to call Commissioner Gordon as far as to figure that out. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hold on. Why is this one? Are you there?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes.
I'm losing sound somehow.
I can hear you fine. I can hear me fine.
Okay, there we go. A little bit better. I think you broke the chain there on that.
Oh.
So I want to talk about Teacher Man. You got a Facebook page?
Yes, I do.
Do you check it all the time?
Not every day, but I check it regularly.
I know. I hear your phone when you're sitting here in the studio, and I'm like going, "Hey, do me a favor, shut your phone off."
Well, you notice I don't bring it up here anymore when we're live.
Right. Thank you very much for not doing that.
Yeah.
So I fell into a Facebook wormhole, and I want to play my little thing here. You ready? Let's do this. You ready?
Yep.
Time to check my Facebook. Facebook, gotta check my Facebook, gotta take another look.
Nothing new, I am hooked.
What to do? Hit refresh.
Facebook, gotta check my...
It's not working.
Sounds like a Broadway song.
It is a Broadway song. So the Facebook thing is... I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of stuff going on that's not working correctly, but that's okay. We're going to get through this episode. I promise, and I'll edit all the bad stuff out. So anyways, I went down this Facebook wormhole. You know, you ever seen on your Facebook feed where it says, hey, recommended or suggested people that you might know?
I've seen it. Never do it.
Really? So
Never.
I always look and I say if it's got more than, I think my rule of thumb is more than 5 friends, and you click on them and they have, actual photos of them. They don't just have the one profile photo, and then when they signed on to Facebook, which obviously was like 2 days later or 2 days earlier, I skipped those first one. But if they have 5 of friends that are mutual friends, and then you look and you're like, okay, well that might be a friend that I can deal with. I say deal with, but you get a friend that I want to open them up to the show. Now I've got a personal Facebook page. I'm not going to get into that, but I also direct most of these people to the Prophet Radio website, which is
why not?
And why not? So here's the wormhole that I've gone down. So I made the mistake. As you guys know, I sold my house in Orlando, and we were talking about what I should do with my realtor and whatnot, and the etiquette as far as like what I should do as far as do I bake her cookies and send them to her? I'm up in North Carolina in the Queen City studio, and she's down in Orlando, which is where I sold the house. And because I liked her on Facebook, I say I liked her on Facebook. She's a friend of mine, but she's in a realtor community. So I have gone through, and I'm like, oh, 3 mutual friends, and this person looks legit. So, add as a friend, add as a friend, add as a friend. So I've gotten an add as a friend, and add as a friend, and that, and I've gotten, add as a friend, and there's Lawrence, so add as a friend, and now you've got 13 mutual friends. Now we got 22. You're looking through your thing, 14 mutual friends, and now you got 30 mutual friends, and now this person's got 60 mutual friends because everyone's accepting your requests and whatnot.
Yep.
Okay, you see where I'm going with this?
I know exactly where you're going.
So the community that I've probably got 500 people in the realtor community because for whatever reason they all like and share and Facebook. I don't understand the realtor community on Facebook. I mean, I understand it to a certain point. It's a network thing. Isn't that what LinkedIn is set up to do?
I think that Facebook is just another avenue that people in that business can use to get their names out, get sales, get listings, and so on and so forth. If one person out of 10 comes back and uses you, man, you're doing great.
Yeah, but you have to be a friend. You have to be there. I mean, you're not advertising. Hey, I'm Judy, whatever, and I'm the best realtor in Orlando. And they all say that I'm the best realtor in Orlando. And hey, it's great to work with blah 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 title company. But if you're physically, let's say I'm Deacon Joe Deacon.
Okay.
It's my new character. That's the average American that listens to the program, or anyone in the United States or anyone in the world. I'm Joe Deacon. And I sit there and I'm looking for a house to buy, or hey, where do you start? Well, of course, you want to make sure that you can qualify for a house. And see, I'm falling in the wormhole. But then you get to a certain point and you're like, okay, well, I want to look at that house. And then you ask physically intermediate, I say intermediate, close to me. Give me a word.
Groups
of that you deal with on a daily basis. Hey, do you know a realtor? Do you have a friend that's a realtor, or do you know any realtors?
And all of a sudden,
but it's tangible. That's the word I'm looking for. And Teacher Man goes, yeah, my next door neighbor Bobby. He's not Bobby. That's your friend Bobby. Listen, my next door neighbor Mike is a realtor for such and such. All right, well, give me his number, and we talk to him. And hey, what are you interested in, Joe Deacon? And I want this and that. Okay, let's go and walk around. Never met him on Facebook. Never did anything.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So all these people that say, they put their realtor and all that stuff, and they have to be really careful because the realtor, when they do their Facebook stuff, they can't show pictures of them partying.
No.
Getting drunk, wearing, Speedos and bikinis and hanging out on the sandbar.
Well, I don't think any of us want to do that.
You'd be surprised at some of the realtors that I've seen on the Facebook.
Whoa.
Yeah, you want to keep your business life and personal life somewhat, separated.
Absolutely.
But when you're what was the realtor that I just told you about? Michael.
My next door neighbor.
Yeah, you're Michael Realtor, and he's hey, I'm going out drinking tonight with the guys and all that stuff. Do you look at your realtor a little bit different when you?
Of course, that's not something a realtor needs to advertise, unless he's saying, hey, come out to such and such the Red Lion, and I'll buy you your first 5 beers.
Right,
and we can talk about your house.
We can get you drunk, and I'll sell you a house.
Yeah,
but you have to be there's a fan page, there's a business page on Facebook, but there's certain styles of Facebook that you can set up your profile. So I'm sure at one time you set up your normal profile like I have. I've got a normal profile, and all my friends know, my first and last name and where I live and all the stuff we do around the ranch.
See, all that from me is gone.
Is it really?
Oh, yes.
Why is that?
Because I don't put anything personal on Facebook anymore. No.
You just comment on everything.
I think my Facebook profile has my name.
But don't you comment on a bunch of stuff? Because I've posted stuff from the French, and you've posted back to it.
Well, yes, it's people I know.
Right.
I don't go down a list of these people might want to be your friends. And I'll tell you what, that thing scrolls and scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. I mean, to Neverland. And I don't recognize any of those people.
So how many friends are on your friends list?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You think 100?
Oh, yeah.
200?
Well, I'm friends with a lot of people that I went to high school with.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm friends with a lot of people that I grew up with, not necessarily I graduated with,
Right.
But we had a pretty big neighborhood. We had a pretty big crowd of kids, and we're all friends.
I've got over 3,000 some odd friends, and
whose fault is that?
It's most of it's for the Prophet Radio website, but
Well, that's good.
yeah, but I got into that realtor wormhole where it's like, if you know Mary, then you might know Susan, and all that stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, and I'm just thinking to myself.
Yeah, one's Century 21, the other's the big red balloon, and
So, anyways, you just got to be careful. And it's weird when you look at. I mean, some of the people that I see, like, you might know this person, and I look at that person, and I'm like going, if you follow me on Twitter, I'm getting way out there. I look at these people and I go, how the hell do I know this person, and why are they in my circle?
Deke, the key word is you might know this person.
Well, they there's a logarithm that says that you've got 15 people that are mutual friends, so you might know, and all they're doing is pulling from their Facebook.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, if you know Harry, you might know Harry's brother, or you might know Harry's girlfriend, or you might know Harry's boyfriend. And there's his name and everything, and his sexual preferences. Positions and so on.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I got down the Facebook wormhole. So I'm not that there's nothing wrong with my friends on Facebook. I love them all, but it's one of those, like, as soon as I friended them, I was getting requests for their fan pages, and
Right.
we invite you to come out and hang out with us, and I'm like,
and now you can unfriend people. Which is probably something you're going to have to do.
Well, I just mute a couple people, especially the people that do all the political stuff. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to get into that.
I have a very close relative that does that, and you get tired of hearing about it.
Well, you know what? Unfortunately, you say that. I've got a good friend that I came across when I moved back up here from Orlando, and he lives in Asheville. And as soon as the whole Trump thing started, he's this kind of laid back guy. He's a musician and stuff, and it was nothing but bash, 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 bash. And I was like, I can't, buddy. I know we just connected. I can't sit here and listen.
We're going to unconnect.
I can't sit here. I wish you all the best. I can't sit here and let you bash anyone, any negativity. And anyone that's negativity and stuff, I just kind of mute them out and stuff. So, all right. Well, that's that. I just want to make sure you guys be careful who you're friending and stuff. You might fall down a wormhole, and all of a sudden you've got, all meth heads or all, you know what a big thing is. We're gonna go to a break real quick. Is if you're a bartender, and all the bartender people who know bartender people and server people, I'm sure they fall down the same wormhole.
I'm sure they
it's
do.
the same clique and stuff.
I'm sure they do.
So oh my God, did you hear about the mistaken identity guy, the guy who's chopped up and stuff? If you haven't, stick around. I'm gonna describe what happened briefly. What happened? You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio.
I'll be here because I haven't heard about it. Oh.
I'm still not happy with the sound on them. Whoops.
Well, if it's not being picked up by the microphone, by the camera anymore.
It's not. It's me. I was trying to fix it, not knowing that.
Messed with it too much.
Yeah, I was trying to fix it, not knowing that the microphone was on, and I'm like going, oh, shit, it's turning everything up and down. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Calling all cars. Is that Tootie or Muldoon?
All right. I'm gonna close this and go to this, and let's see. I don't care about that. Stupid. All right. Murder 8. That's what I want.
You know, it's funny. We were talking about dreams. I dreamt like a motherfucker last night, but I don't remember any of it.
I remember them all the time.
I don't.
All right. You ready? No. Coming back. Ready?
No. Yep.
Okay. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live. My name is Deacon. Over there is Teacher Man.
Hey, what you know?
And make sure you go to the Prophet Radio website under the tent. Under the tent, and you can see us live right here in the studio. We got brand new cameras we've been playing with in the Queen City studio. Give us a call, 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at 407-448-8800. And you ever had a case of mistaken identity?
Personally?
Yes, you personally.
No.
I used to growing up. I used to get mistaken for a couple guys on MTV. Aren't you the guy from blah blah blah? What?
I can tell you, it's some guy. I used to get this all the time, especially when I was younger. They'd say, "What's my name?" And I'd say, say my last name, and they'd say, "Are you Tony Kubek's son?" Tony Kubek, Yankees shortstop, famous Yankees shortstop.
Yeah, I'm not a big.
No, that was before your time.
I don't play baseball. Well, there was a story up in New York, your side of town, where you grew up and stuff, where the kid was 15-year-old kid that ate gang members and stuff, that sliced them up and diced them up. And
ate them?
No, they didn't eat him, but they murdered him right there on the streets, right in a bodega. He was running in and out of bodega. They found him on the streets. Have you heard about this story?
No, I haven't.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, yeah. So 8 of them, they were gangbangers, and what happened was they, let's see, hold on, let me get the article right here. 8 gangbangers accused of butchering an innocent teen.
Do you know what gang?
It doesn't really say. These men are all charged with the murder, slaying of a 15-year-old. Article go away. Some are being held in Rikers Island. And the rest of them are in other jails. There's 8 of them. And what happened was there's these underground videos that gangs make, music videos and whatnot.
Snuff videos.
No, not necessarily. I mean, music videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, music videos.
Okay.
And then what happens is one gang saw his younger sister, who's like 13 years old, having sex in the video because they're underground. They don't care. And he's like, okay, that's the guy who was having sex with him. Sent out his minions out there to kill this guy.
Let's cut him up. Completely
got the wrong guy. Thought it was him that actually was in the video and stuff, and chased him down and killed him.
Wow.
Stabbed him, butchered him, knives, machetes, all that stuff. And everyone's complaining that they're blaming the bodega owner. They're saying that why didn't he, pull his gun out? Why didn't the bodega guy, because they got him under the counter, and why didn't he lock the doors, and why didn't he do this? And he actually bled. He was about 2 blocks from the hospital where his mom worked, and was walking down the street and bled out before he could get to the hospital.
That's terrible.
Yes.
Well, if that bodega owner had a gun under the counter, he should have been firing that.
Yes. But, so that's what happened there, and that's...
Thing about it is people are afraid of repercussions. If your neighborhood is territory to a particular gang, and you cross that gang, you're in deep shit.
Oh, God, yeah. You don't know what they're going to do. They're going to hunt you down because you were protecting them.
And more likely than not, a lot of times what they do is they don't hunt you. They'll kill some of your family members, and they'll make you hurt.
Yeah. So that's what happened there,
Yeah.
and it's a sad story. It's a very sad story. So, oh my God. Oh, did I do big stretch yet? I did big stretch.
Yeah.
I did in the beginning. I hate to say on a lighter note, but if you're young, have you heard about all the young rappers being shot left and right?
That's a lighter note?
Well, it's not a lighter note, but I mean, have you heard about like all these new upcoming rappers that are being shot and I don't know, for whatever reason they're being shot and killed?
They're competition.
No, I don't think they're competition though.
Well, why else? Why would somebody just shoot a person, a rapper or otherwise?
Because
there's got to be a reason.
Well, I don't know what the reason is. Well, here the main one that's happened, and just in hold on, I gotta fix this thing right here. And just in 2018 alone, 3 up-and-coming quote-unquote rappers have been shot and killed. And one of the biggest one, I don't know if you've heard about Extension, Tentacion is his name. Extension.
No.
No, you never heard of him?
No.
He's from Deer Beach, California.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Deer Beach, Florida.
Well, okay, that's not New York. Deerfield Beach?
Deerfield Beach, Florida.
Okay. Well, that's down Miami way.
Well, they actually someone he was getting ready to buy a motorcycle or something, pulled out a bunch of cash out of the bank, and was going down there to buy a motorcycle, and then got back in his car, and someone blocked him off, like a hit, blocked him off, and went in there and shot him a couple times, and took the money right out of his car.
Yeah, well, that was apparently they knew that was happening, because if they had to be setting it up.
But this kid was only like 20 years old. He was 20 years old,
and he was going to get cash out to buy a motorcycle. Cash?
Teacher Man, you have no idea. There's, for every 1,500 likes on your YouTube video is equal to one record sale. He had over 62 billion hits on his video.
You know what? I don't understand, and I guess that's how Bieber got as big as he did.
Well, because he's got a big head, but these kids, these guys that are not, they're underground, again, the underground videos, the underground scene, the rap scene and stuff. And I don't know if you've seen these guys. They've got the whole face tattoo has exploded. Everyone's got face tattoos, all 69 on his face, and a spade on an eye, and a shovel on his other cheek, and all these other this whole face tattoo. And these kids are, where are their parents? And they probably don't even know where their parents are at.
Probably not.
So, but 3 guys, and the latest one is Smoke Dog. Smoke Dog just got killed, shot in Ontario, Canada. Well, he was from Ontario, Canada, and was shot and killed on the 30th. And Smoke Dog, Javante Smart is actually his name. He was killed just recently here, and I don't know. It's got his discography, so let me see his discography. Oh wait, he doesn't have anything, but he's got singles out: Trap House, Flippin', OT and Back, featuring Ruck, Overseas, featuring Septla. These songs that the underground rap scene is getting, I don't want to say out of control, but there's a whole world underground. Of course, that's why it's underground, that we are not
privy to.
Yeah. MTV's off the air.
Yeah.
They're not playing videos anymore. So these kids, literally kids, 20, 21 years old, are getting their music out there, and they're getting underground, and it's kind of like they're trying to do crazy stuff in their videos.
They're YouTubing it.
They're YouTubing it and trying to get crazy stuff done in their videos. And unfortunately, the one video that the guy saw his 13-year-old sister being, stooped, caused an innocent guy to be dead. So I'm just saying.
I don't know that I would probably get that mad as well.
Well, yeah.
My 13-year-old daughter or my 13-year-old sister, I'd probably have something to do or say about
that. Oh,
that.
yeah. Everyone in the right mind, it would do that. And you see stories all the time where the father was what's the one father that jumped over the thing at the court hearing? He jumped over and went to attack the guy who raped his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people getting shot in court. That doesn't happen very often anymore.
No.
Because of, you got to go through so much to get in court.
Right. And literally on both ends. To get into court, and you've got to do a lot to get into court, if I make the analogy there.
Yes, you did.
These underground rapper guys are being picked off left and right. They're
unbelievable.
They're 20, and they don't have a record deal. Everything that they do it. They might have a manager. They're not signing with Rhino Records. They're not signing with the rap labels, the Death Row Records and stuff like that, because they know that they're going to lose money. They know that the record label is going to take most of their stuff and not buy them a house. They're going to let them live in a house that the record company owns. So they're doing all this stuff underground.
How do they get paid for it?
You'd be surprised. They actually PayPal a lot. A lot of the stuff is YouTube will say, okay, this is your video. You're getting likes and likes and likes. They pay for advertisement. They pay for on your video. So if me and you make a video of us singing a song and it gets 10 million likes on it, all of a sudden we're going to start getting checks in the mail from YouTube, because they will say, do you mind if we run advertisements during your before and after
video,
before your video, after the video, all that stuff
that I've seen,
and
yes.
and that's exactly how they get paid, and they make bank.
Wow.
So some of them make almost $1 million to $2 million a month on doing this.
Maybe I'd shoot him too. And grab the bankroll out of his car.
But these kids are so young, but they don't have anyone to manage their money. They don't have anyone to look out for them or to show them financially what they should do. They just know pocket full of money, pocket full of change, and
how to invest.
Yep. So that's the rappers, the young rappers with tattoos on their eyebrows and whatnot.
That's a shame. What a waste of a tattoo.
So we're gonna lighten it up a little bit. You like eggs?
I love eggs.
Do
man.
you? All right.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk about the difference between organic and regular eggs. Stick around. I know from being.
I know the chickens only eat organic flies.
Well. So from going from the, I guess we're going from the grave to the cradle. So we're going backwards. So from being shot to actually.
I don't know.
An egg. I know. I'm reaching there. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Proper Radio. Stick around. I'll be right back. Who's fucking texting me? Oh, Life Lapse.
Gotta dry these off. Life Lapse.
I thought you were gonna bring your headphones over.
My what?
Your little earbuds.
You know what? I put them out on the counter and I left. That's where they are. Put them out and that's where they are.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay.
You good? Are you good?
What?
You need one?
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, shit. I'm fucking real.
I have no idea what I was talking about that last segment, by the way. I was trying to string something together.
Well, the tattoos and the rappers and the guys getting killed and the guy buying a motorcycle and
Yeah, I don't know.
getting blown away.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Turn this off, I guess. I'm not using it. Boop, 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 boop. Poopy doop. Oh, is there an article? Come on, for fuck's sake, really? Go fuck yourself.
Weren't you supposed to call your warehouse guy today? The new job?
One sec.
Okay.
Sorry. It was giving me a loop of crap. Do you know who Richard Swift is?
I don't know. Is he the Swift and Swift's Premium?
I have no idea.
I know there was a Swift that signed the Declaration of Independence.
Probably not him.
Could be a relation. Or maybe you have relations with him.
Okay. Let's see. What are we talking about? Oh, eggs, right?
Yeah.
I gotta do a better job at sending me my emails to find this stuff. That's my biggest thing. Subject. Where's the fucking eggs? Oh, right here. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live. My name is the Deacon. Over there is Teacher Man.
Hi, folks.
We are live in the Queen City studio, located in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time, and we will text you back. I promise. I promise I will. I do all the time. So I just want to talk on a side note. Side note. There was a manager. Have you ever heard of PS Food? I guess it's like a shop and go or something like that. Have you ever heard of PS? I guess one of those. It's like a.
Is it a convenience store?
Yeah, it's like a Circle K or something like that.
No.
So a lady actually called in sick because her kid was on life support. I mean, literally was on life support, and he said, she said, I don't want to deal with your drama. You need to be here. And she's like, no. The lady's name's Dawn. I'm like, no, I really need to be with my son. He's on life support. He's not sick. He's on life support. And the manager, her name was Crystal, said, no, I don't believe you. Come in. You better come in or you lose your job. Well, that went viral and stuff, and that manager lost her job. Can you imagine that? If someone told you, I mean, even a manager or someone in an authoritative position, if you had an employee come up to you and say, hey, you know, my child's on death row, or not death row, on death's door.
There's no way that I would... That person can do whatever the hell they want to do. There's no way I'm going to challenge that.
Right.
Because, I tell you, honest to goodness, if I was that manager and that kid was really on life support, I would never be able to forgive myself.
Yeah, if the kid passed away or
Exactly.
something horrible happened to the kid.
Right.
So I just saw that article. I'm like going, who are these people? I mean, honestly, come on, get real. I mean, even if it's a lie, I'm sure the person's got like personal days or vacation days or
he probably has to, you know what? He's afraid he's got to work it himself.
Yeah, probably. So speaking of working it yourself, when you make your eggs, how do you make your eggs?
I make my eggs any way you can make eggs.
Okay, so
I make eggs hard-boiled. I make egg salad. I make over easy. I make sunny side up. I make scrambled. And
all right, Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
We don't need to hear every way you make eggs.
Right.
But I did ask, and so a young lady did a blog as far as she bought a 12-pack.
A dozen.
Yeah, a dozen. You can see what's on my mind.
Yeah.
She bought a dozen eggs, regular, for like $1.76, and then bought a dozen of the organic, which are like, well, I mean, they start at $4 a dozen.
And she only got 12.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and she did a side-by-side taste test and stuff, and the eggs that she bought was the generic ones, the non-organic ones, was fresh thyme, like the seasoning farmers market eggs, non-organic, so they were $1.69, and then Organic Valley, quote unquote Organic Valley, for $5.99 a dozen. Ooh. So as she opened the packs, and when you see organic eggs, I mean, at the French, you've seen ours because we have flocks of chickens. What color are our eggs?
Yeah, most of them are
brown and speckled, and they're not perfect, and they're all different sizes, and they're all different colors, and whatnot. When you buy, like the cheap ones, you buy the non-organic ones, what in the store, because we don't have them here, what do they look like?
They're all Snow White, and they're all the same size.
And they go through a process, and they size them and do all that stuff. So that's one of the main reasons, or one of the main things she did. So she did the taste test. So she did the non-organic eggs, and she scrambled them. She said when she scrambled them, even though she added a little bit of milk, she said they scrambled flat. She had a little bit of cream or heavy milk or heavy cream to the eggs, and when she scrambled them...
And usually that fluffs them up.
Right, but she said they kind of scrambled flat. She said now the yolk and everything was a darker, richer yellow yolk, but... She's like, I really couldn't taste the difference between, scrambling or whatever, She couldn't tell it right away, is what she said. This is where she started. She did over easy, and she said it was super yolky, and which is perfect for anyone who dunks a piece of toast in there. You do dunk the toast in your...
Absolutely.
I never got into that. I do the whole grits and eggs, and I do smother my eggs.
Can't find them anymore.
Yeah, I chop them up in my grits and stuff. So now she did the organic eggs, and when she scrambled them, she said they were light and fluffy, and they were so easy to eat. And she said it had a very eggy flavor with the organic eggs. Not too overpowering, and she said she still could taste the half a tablespoon of butter that she used to cook the eggs in. She could still taste the butter, which I guess she couldn't taste in the regular eggs. And then she did it over easy. She said the yolk was kind of bland in comparison to the non-organic egg. The white was smooth and not chewy at all, as to the non-organic one was kind of rubbery, is what she was saying. So, I mean, in the long haul of it, I mean, it's an egg. It's organic or not organic. I don't know what is the trade-off?
Well, the only thing I got to say to this is, what it is to eat fresh out of the chicken's ass.
Right, I know. We get them on a daily basis.
Right, and you can't compare
I
those.
can't tell the difference, though.
You can't?
I can.
Well, the way you eat them is why.
Well, no, I mean, I've had them on sandwiches. We make a egg salad, not egg salad, but I've made, egg sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches and whatnot. But I think the only difference that I've heard, in my opinion, is when you cook with them or bake with, bake with organic or fresh eggs, there's a difference in the cakes. There's a difference in the whatever that you're using that egg for.
Yeah, I understand that, and I think there is a very distinct difference. Now, I notice a difference not only in the color, but the richness of the yolk. Mm-hmm. And I'll bet you dollars to donuts that if you did a protein measurement on those egg yolks,
they might be a little
higher in protein.
They might be a little higher in protein.
And by the way, my question to you is, what makes an organic egg organic?
It is, well, it all depends on the way the chicken is, here come the lies.
Now, I know what you're going to say.
How the food that it takes in, whether it gets antibiotics, whether it gets organic stuff, I'm going to say.
I think whether it's free range or not.
No, because it has to deal with a lot with their food.
Well, yes.
The pellets and stuff.
Right. Yes, you're right about that. But
that's a big thing.
Yes. And if you feed them a lot of marigolds, if you ever notice when you buy Purdue chicken, the skin is yellow. Have you ever noticed? Next time you go to the supermarket, look at Purdue chicken, and then look at the regular chicken, the store chicken,
Okay.
or any other brand, Sanderson Farms. I don't care. The Purdue chicken, the skin is yellow,
Really?
and that's because they're fed mostly marigold.
Is that good or bad?
Well, it's fed plant food.
Okay. But it's good though, I guess. I'm assuming.
Yes.
All right.
It's good, and they're free range.
So when you make your eggs and stuff, do you make like casseroles and have you make casseroles and stuff like big dishes?
Big men don't eat quiche. Yes, I have, and I don't hesitate to use eggs in anything. I mean, if it calls for, like we were mentioning the last program, my basil cream Alfredo sauce, egg yolks, of course, egg noodles, pasta, of course.
It's all bad for you. All that pasta and stuff's bad for you. So when you make your casserole dish, you go to, like, if you ever made a casserole dish and gone to like a church function or anything like that?
A casserole dish?
Well,
Yes.
like a cover dish or like a birthday party. You know, people say, hey,
yes.
you
I
know,
don't make egg dishes, but I made casseroles.
So, and when you prep at home, now I work with a guy. I know a guy I used to work with. See how I flipped that around? He will not eat anything. Like, he won't go to a cover dish dinner because he didn't see the food being made. He will literally eat before he gets to a party or a gathering.
Does he sit in the back of the restaurant in the kitchen when he goes out to eat?
No, but I guess it's more. He's worried about it's more regulated. Oh, there goes the camera.
And you're telling me, don't knock the camera.
Well, the camera's on a magnet, and the magnet's a piece of shit. Make sure I'm still in frame. Oh, look, I look beautiful.
You know, a lot of people are like that. They will not eat something somebody else prepared.
Right.
Because you know what? They might have been in the bathroom, wiped their ass, come out, and there he is mucking up your lettuce and the salad there, mixing everything together.
Well, in East Charlotte, right here in the Queen City, on Saturday, 40 people went to the emergency room because they had almost what they called shingilla, Shigella. How you pronounce that? Shigella. Shigella, which is
That's a bacteria.
well, it's also created by poop. So 40 people.
Somebody didn't wipe their hands.
Somebody made that. There was a birthday party where over 100 and some odd people ate at this birthday party, and it was like a public thing, and the health department literally shut the party down.
You can get actually E. coli from shit.
Well, duh.
Shigella, maybe that's a nicer name for it. Yes.
So-
I know a lot of people that will not, because when I taught school, we would have, like every month, a different grade level or a different department, you know, whether you were in the math department or you were in the science department or whatever. A particular department would be responsible on Friday for bringing in enough food.
There goes the camera again. I'm listening.
Bring in enough food to feed the rest of the faculty. And there would be people in there that would not eat from, from whatever people brought in.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this group that had this party and whatnot, 100 and some odd people showed up, and actually 40 of them went to the emergency room with, I don't want, my mom always says, you don't want to get diphtheria.
Diphtheria.
Yeah, that's what my mom used to say. Wash those dishes so you don't get diphtheria. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what.
Well, you've already been vaccinated for diphtheria.
Well, that's what she was telling me all the time. She'd scare me with that. With
you don't want to get tuberculosis.
Right. So these 40 people in the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area, as I mess with this camera right here, okay, and someone cooked a dinner or whatever.
Do they know what it was?
They don't. They said, you know what? They said that it started with a potato salad, but so many people brought potato salad that they couldn't,
They couldn't pick out which one.
Yeah, they couldn't pick out which one.
And it was probably mayonnaise.
Yeah, but would you wipe your ass and then make mayonnaise?
Well, no. What you could
Hey-oh!
Why is that potato salad brown?
Oh, God.
No. What actually could have happened? It could have sat unrefrigerated for quite a while.
No, they said the actual cause of the disease or the bacteria that they got comes straight from shit.
Okay,
That's what they said.
That's what happens when you change your baby's diaper on the kitchen table.
And then go make potato salad.
Right.
So that's what happened over in Charlotte, Mecklenburg County. You had a restaurant many years ago and stuff. Did you ever have to deal with, now in Orlando and Florida, I know the health codes are all the same, hopefully, across the United States. But here in North Carolina, they have codes and scores and stuff. Now, we had scores, or I say we because I'm from Orlando as well. We had scores in Orlando, but you didn't. It was unnecessary for you to post them.
No, we didn't have to post them. We had to post, though, that we have been inspected. We had to post the certificate of inspection, and that we passed. We never had a problem with the health department. We never had a problem with anybody getting sick.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know if that was going to be part of the question, but it's not now.
Yeah, but didn't they teach you something?
We had to go to classes for that. Health safety, food health safety.
Really?
Yes.
Now I know a while ago, a very long time ago, the health board shut down a church because they were doing a potluck and a bake sale, and they shut down the bake sale because they were worried about all the stuff being cooked in a non-approved area.
Every church has a big kitchen.
Yes.
Nowadays they do.
Yes.
Matter of fact, excuse me.
It's okay.
Matter of fact, the person, or not the person, but the people that prepare my Meals on Wheels, that's done in a church kitchen.
And in North Carolina, is it regulated, that church kitchen?
They have to be inspected just as a restaurant does, and they get a score just like a restaurant
But
does.
I know down in Florida, they were actually shutting down these church bake sales and stuff. You would think a bake sale. I mean, I remember growing up as a kid, like selling hot dogs at our thrift store garage sale and stuff, and my mom would be sitting there. Oh my God, please don't let me pull out pictures. I'm sitting there walking down the street in a sandwich placard that says hot dog and a drink, and I think on the back it said 75 cents.
Yeah.
So depending on what side of the road you're coming at, I'm walking down the street saying 75 cents. I'm a young.
And the guys are turning around in the car and they're hitting each other.
Now, go ahead.
What were we talking about? Oh, hot dogs. Oh, bake sales.
Bake sales.
Now, I don't know if you remember doing this, but this was a very regular thing when I was in elementary school. When a class wanted to, not when I was teaching, when I was actually in school, when a class wanted to go on a field trip, they had a bake sale.
Right.
And what the kids would do is they would set up their desks in a horseshoe shape.
Okay.
And their moms, everybody's mom, would bake something to bring in for that class, whether it was a cake or cookies or
donuts.
Right. And then you sat at your desk and you charged a nickel a donut or 10 cents for a slice of cake or cookies 2 for a nickel, and you collected the money for whatever it is you sold.
Right.
And all of that went into a pot, and that was money put toward your field trip for that class.
Yeah, but I never
Can't do that anymore, by the way.
Oh, you can at all?
No.
In what school? In what area?
Well, I know in Florida for a fact, you cannot bring anything home baked to class in other words, if it's my baby girl's birthday,
right,
or my sonny boy's birthday,
and I
made 25 cupcakes for the kids in class,
can't give it to them. Really?
Yep.
No shit.
No.
Well,
really.
That's kind of poopy.
Yep.
Poopy, because we were talking about the thing with the thing. Anyways,
a lot of shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit. Anyway, so we're getting a little blue there. Sorry, I don't mean to get blue. But also, luncheon meat, and on the same topic, and we'll get off this diarrhea topic here in a little bit. But luncheon meat. Does any of our luncheon meat here in the United States come out of South Africa? Do you know? I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, the reason.
But I wouldn't buy anything that I thought might have come out of somewhere besides America.
All right. Well, I'm just wondering because Enterprise Food meat products have been linked to listeria outbreak that's killed over 200 people. 200 people in South Africa, and most of it was connected to processed meat like ham or all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they said anyone newborns are most likely to be impacted by the outbreak. 91 babies under the age of 28 days dying as a result of listeria. Why are you feeding?
Why are you giving a kid
What?
coke?
I don't know. Anyways, almost 450 newborns were confirmed to have been infected. So I don't know. Maybe it's in the mother's milk.
That's what I was going to say.
There you go. Maybe it's the mother's milk. So
Probably.
yeah, and you have to be careful. But I guess
Because I think listeria can be carried in the mother's milk.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah. I'm gonna, on my professional doctor's opinion, I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, and I can see the diploma on the wall here,
Well, it's a diploma.
right next to Kathy.
I was gonna say right next to Kathy Griffin up there on the wall. Still haven't heard from her. All right, you're listening to Deacon Live. Stick around. We're gonna talk about some more crazy stuff. And guess what? I got a new way of you and I and Teacher Man are gonna make a whole lot of money here. We just have to pick the right word. And the right combination of the word. You're listening to Deacon Live right here
Silly wabbit.
on the Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah.
Something's still not right with my microphone, but that's okay. I'm hoping it plays.
That one?
Yeah. Because when you talk, I can see your levels are real spiky, but mine are really, really small. So I don't know if it's this.
Yeah, but you're pretty loud in my ears.
What you hear here is not what is
Okay.
recorded.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Well, I'm going to take your word for it because I can't see that. Sweaty eyes. That's what happened that one night.
I think I gotta go down and feed at 6 o'clock. And I still got a shit ton to talk about.
Well, I'll sit here and wait for you.
Okay.
I got more than a half a beer, so I'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Do what you got to do, so she doesn't have to worry about it.
Push your microphone down just a little bit. There you go. Now I can see you.
Oh, you can see me. Oh, just leave the air on while you're gone.
I'll
Please.
actually turn it even colder.
Damn, it's 6 o'clock already.
Okay, I'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Okay,
Don't steal anything.
promise.
I have everything numbered.
All right. All right. Under the tent. That didn't sound good. That wasn't me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody happy?
Speaking of eggs.
Nibbles? Oh.
You ready?
Yep.
Beat me to death. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Proper Radio. My name is the Deacon. Over to my far right-hand side, live from the Queen City studio, is Teacher Man.
And hello.
And you can see his face on the under the tent section of our podcast. He gives you the thumbs up. And we were talking about eggs earlier, and I forgot that you bought me these things. I haven't used them yet. You bought me these a couple days ago. I struggle. We were talking about eggs, the difference between organic and regular eggs, and whether they taste any different and whatnot. But if you look on the camera here, he bought me these as seen on TV things, and they almost look like little alien ships. And I guess you're supposed to open them up and drop an egg in there. And it's
without the shell.
Without the shell,
Right.
But I was having a hard time when I boil my eggs from the French that they're really, really hard to peel. Now I've tried your method where you boil them and then you blanch them and then you boil them again or what? I don't know. I couldn't get it right.
You know, I made a half a dozen of them the other day, and every one of them came out perfect.
Really?
Yes. What you the way it's very simple. The way.
All right. Tell me how to do it, and I'll tell you how I do it.
Okay. First of all, you got to have a lot of water in the pot.
30 seconds or less.
Okay. A lot of water in the pot, and then you take some vinegar, and you put a splash of vinegar in the water.
Nobody ever told me vinegar.
Oh, well, you do that. I'm telling you to do that. Now you know.
Okay.
And you turn the gas on. You put the eggs in the cold water.
Stick my head in the oven.
Right. And and then let the eggs boil. When you see the water boiling, I mean a full raw boil.
Okay.
Put your timer on 10 minutes on the stove.
And then pull them out and ice them down and then let them cool?
You don't have to ice them down. I just put the pot in the sink and I let cold water run in there. I dump the hot water out. And I let them cool that way.
Well, this is the thing that you bought me, and it's called. Hold on, they're called Eggies, and it says crack, boil, twist. 1, 2, 3. You can have nice hard-boiled eggs, and you crack them and you put them in these little things that look like a plastic egg. And they got like you remember how you used to, when you did Easter egg hunts?
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like that with a foot on the bottom. And so I'm going to try these out. And I'm going to do a video.
Yeah.
And we'll post it on the...
and you drop them in boiling water. And
Yep.
I don't know. You got to read the instructions.
I would think they flip over. Wouldn't they float around? I guess
No.
Depending on how much water you put in there, I guess they'll bounce around. So that's what I got. I want to show it to the camera. Teacher Man got me some eggies because he saw my hard time. Because I eat a lot of hard-boiled eggs, working out and doing my stuff and getting in shape. Teacher Man, you still getting in shape?
I'm still doing my stuff.
Are you really?
Yes, I missed one day last week.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's all. The other 4 days I did it.
Why did you?
I told you I don't do it on the weekend.
And why did you miss the one day?
Well, I slept late, and I don't normally do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just one of those things. I went to bed late, and so I slept late, and it was
you don't
one of those things.
You don't have to. You don't confess. Your missed things to me.
Well, I'm not sitting in a confessional. I realize that.
Yeah, but you have to tell it to our listeners, especially in Georgia. They like to keep fit in Georgia.
Yeah.
Big old country boys out there. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint or some help because I want to help you. I want to help you stay in shape. I want to do all that. I want to give you some advice, some words to live by for whatever it's worth. But this advice that I'm giving you has had over 422 likes on the old Facebook page. You ready?
Okay.
So if you're someone who doesn't know quite where to start and how to begin to get active and self-motivated, here are 6 ways that you can incorporate this in your everyday activity to help you out. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Each morning, start in motion. Before you even brush your teeth, do some jumping jacks. Start with 5, and then go to 10, and then add a few each day. That's something. Can you do jumping jacks?
Yeah, I can. Yes,
Like knee raises or something like that?
Well, the knees are a little. You know what? The older I get, the further away the floor gets. And I can get down there okay.
Right.
It's the getting back up that's a pain in the ass. But jumping jacks is no problem. But I have a
No, I don't want you doing jumping jacks. I don't want you doing any of that. I take that back. No
my
jumping.
fingers come off in the fan.
Right, because you got those low ceiling fans and you'll chop them off. So some kind of motion in the morning.
Let me tell you what I do have that might help.
Sure.
I have a 10-pound weight bar that I used in the rehab center when I broke my ankle.
Okay.
And so I bought one of those. And I also have a 10-pound dumbbell that I can do each arm with.
Well, that's good.
And then, of course, I have my recumbent cycle.
Now, and you don't want to go. You don't want to join a gym or anything yet.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, I'm just asking. All right. And another thing, just to help you, 6 ways. This is number 2. Set aside 10 minutes each day. 10 minutes each day. You good with that?
I'm good for a little activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do you do your incumbent motorcycle?
Well, the incumbent cycle I do, I'm up to 15 minutes on the feet and 15 minutes on my arms.
Okay. And do you watch TV or anything, or do you?
Yeah, I put the news on.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot of stuff at the same time.
Yeah. And then I do a bunch of the curls with the bar and out and up
and you enjoy this.
Yeah, and then I go bang the neighbor.
What are you talking about? You were talking about
that's exercise, and it takes a little longer than 10 minutes.
Why are you banging the neighbor? It's your neighbor.
Yeah, well, she likes it.
What about him? Does he like it?
Well, when she's not home, he's okay.
All right. So, and then I was just going to say, find what you like. I guess you've already done that. Savor the moments. Turn off your phone. It's your time, outside of, you said you listen to the news and whatnot. So, find it your peaceful, your little, Zen moment and stuff. Do you do that
Yes, I do. Because I enjoy listening to the news while I'm, and it helps the time go by. And I did that in the rehab center. They always had the news on the TV, and I'd sit there and do my thing, and before I know it, the time is up.
Well, that's good. And it said actually during commercials, march in place. Yeah, well, I guess the article that I'm reading my ideas that I'm reading have been liked 422,000 times. Actually thinks that you're a lazy guy sitting on a couch, and during the commercials you need to march in place.
Yeah. Well, my doctor told me to do. He says, look, go out, walk around the yard a half a dozen times.
Right.
And he said, and whenever you think about doing that, go out and do it.
Well, the best thing about you is you've got your own property, you've got your own lawn care that you got to take care of.
Too fucking hot.
It is hot. It is very hot.
I mean, I'd rather sit back on my bike for an extra 20 minutes in the AC.
So the last thing is invest in stretchy bands. You have stretchy bands or those resistant bands?
No.
I've seen girls walking around in the gym. I'm sorry. I meant to say I've watched people walk around in the gym with the stretchy bands across their thighs, their upper thighs, and it's like a huge, like I call them like male rubber bands because that's the only ever time I've seen them. Is they wrap big rubber bands that use for mailing and whatnot to keep everything together.
I gotcha. I thought they were just for guys.
Well,
when you said male rubber bands.
Well, yeah, I guess the other male, I guess. But they literally walk around them with across their upper thighs, and they walk with that rubber band. I would think it would like kind of creep up.
I don't know. I don't know. But actually, I used those in the rehab too. But I wasn't too much of a fan of those.
No.
Because they didn't wash them in between people using them. And I don't know who had them up there hoo-ha.
No.
Say talk about them riding up.
Hold on, man. You said something, and I was going to go side on something else.
Okay, what did I miss?
I don't know. You said something.
Rubber bands.
Shit. You said something.
And I didn't like them.
Oh, you were talking about. Oh, that's what I want to talk about. You were talking about. It's too hot outside.
Ooh.
So there's a woman on YouTube or Snapchat or Instagram or whatever, and I wish I had my little thing. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do it right here. You ready? Let's see if it'll play now. You ready?
Okay.
Let's do this. And it's one of these people on.
Time to check my Facebook. Facebook.
So this is a person on Facebook that actually posted something about when she was she got a sunburn, a bad sunburn, and this was her resolution for getting rid of the pan. Now you've had a sunburn. I was born and raised in Florida. You were born in New York, but you lived in Florida for many years.
I was a surfing fool.
You ever had a bad sunburn?
Oh man, yes.
Well, tell me about like what are the things that you used to do to get rid of that?
The biggest thing I remember I used to do was two things.
Uh-huh.
I would either put vinegar on it,
Okay.
or I would put solar cane on it. You
Now-
remember solar cane?
I remember solar cane. Now, why would you put vinegar on it?
Because vinegar cooled it down too. Mm-hmm. And you couldn't put alcohol because alcohol would burn. 'Cause
Right.
that's like putting alcohol on an open cut.
Right.
But the vinegar wouldn't burn it.
It would pull the heat out. I remember my mom
Exactly.
used to do the same thing when I got a bad sunburn as a kid. For a little bit about my background, my grandfather was a fisherman. My dad used to fish. We used to take the fish to the market and sell, and we would be out on Playlinda Beach, which is partially nude beach, and sit there and fish, and then take all the fish to the market,
Right.
and give it to my dad would be sunburned. We've talked about skin cancer before with my dad and stuff. So this mom in Texas, Mount Com, I guess that's a place in Texas, right? I'll go with that. She did something a little bit out of the ordinary. Now, she didn't have any vinegar. She didn't have any solar cane. Do you know what she used to calm her back? Her whole entire back she passed out in the sun.
Oh.
Is completely sunburned. You could see like the lines on her back from her bathing suit. You know what she actually used? And she said it worked. But dermatologists say don't use this on a regular basis.
Motor oil.
Well, that's before she got in there.
Oh, okay.
Everyone puts I never understood the baby oil. I want to
baby oil, and iodine
Uh-huh.
we used to use as surfers because that would intensify the absorption of the rays.
Iodine, really?
Yes, iodine, and it would sit in the bottom of the bottle of baby oil until you shook it up. And you shook it up real good, then you slathered it on.
But iodine would just stain your body, so that's like a fictitious tan.
No, it didn't stain your body. You couldn't tell there was iodine on your skin.
Bull, because I've gotten cuts
No,
and my
I'm
mom
not-
put iodine on me.
Well, yeah, in that little tiny spot.
And it would stain.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a little bit of iodine in a bottle of baby oil. Like this.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would you put iodine in there?
Because iodine...
Stains your body.
Fuck you.
No, tell me. I'm listening.
Because the iodine, it helped intensify the burn that you got with the baby oil. Because the baby oil offered no protection whatsoever.
So it intensified the burn. So it was like making...
So it made us more tan.
Made you twice as hot.
Well, it tanned us twice as fast.
I don't know if that makes any sense. Hopefully
I'm telling you.
You can give us a call at the station at any time at 407-448-8800 and we can...
No, you didn't tell me what she put on her back.
I'm getting ready to tell you.
All right.
We can go around in circles as far as putting iodine in your baby oil.
Baby oil.
Now, don't forget the baby oil that you use for yourself. Make sure you don't put it on Junior when you're changing his diaper.
No.
So what she actually did, this woman in Mount Com, which is hard to say, Mount Com, Texas, she said she applied her husband's menthol foaming shaving cream across her whole entire back.
Menthol foaming.
Foaming, like the Gillette foaming shaving cream. She said she put it all over her back, and she said it started to itch a little bit. She was a little worried about it, and then she was realizing that the itching was kind of helping her. Because think about it. In theory, shaving cream in itself, what does it do on your face?
Well, it softens the beard. It allows it, it kind of allows the razor to slide, so you get a nice clean close shave.
But when you're done with a shave, like a good shave, what does your skin feel like after like even with a shitty blade?
It's moisturized.
It's a moisturizer, yes. So I guess the combination of the menthol and the shaving moisturizing. Think about your face, and she's doing the same thing with her back as far as a sunburn.
Yeah.
And not cosmetologists, but people who look at skin.
Dermatologists.
Those people too say that they understand the technology behind it, but they don't recommend it on a regular basis. She said she put it on for one day, and then she put it on for a second day, and then she was done.
I guarantee you she's not going to get that burned again.
No. Well, we always say that. It's like after a hard night of drinking. You always say, I'm never going to drink again, and then some people follow it up with, and this time I mean it. Same thing with a sunburn. Yep. I'm never going to get that sunburn again, and this time...
I mean it.
Yeah, so she put it on for 2 days, and they recommend not, if you got blistering or anything, make sure you see, they always give at the bottom of the thing, make sure if you got any blistering or anything, make sure you go see, your doctor and whatnot. So there you go. You can put shaving cream on your back if you're really, really burnt.
Well, blisters, that means second-degree burns.
Blisters on a sunburn, does it really?
Blisters, when the skin blisters, and I've seen kids with blisters on their back bigger than quarters.
No. Now, hold on, because I've had blisters, but normally I've had a sunburn, and my sunburn's kind of gone away.
And then it peels.
No. And I've gone, like, sweating or something like that, and my sweat can't get past the dead skin, so it kind of polyp or pockets underneath the skin that's getting ready to... You were going to say, like, peel off.
You got a problem.
No. I've seen that. I've done it myself. So, for example, I get a good sunburn. Sunburn on my back, on my shoulders, and whatnot. Okay. And then I run, and then oh, Mom, it hurts. And she puts the vinegar on me, and the sunburn goes away. But now that layer of skin, of course, like you said,
the top layer's dead.
The top layer's dead. But if I go out the next day and I go skateboarding or bicycling or something like that, my body's still going to sweat. And that sweat gets caught underneath that dead layer of skin and creates what looks like blisters.
You know what? That's I'm sure that's very possible.
Well, it is possible.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not,
But that's not second degree burns.
No. What I'm saying is I've seen blisters on a person's back the size of quarters that are popped up.
After on a sunburn, during a sunburn.
I mean, like the day after. I mean, it's just blistered up, and to the point where you can't wear a shirt, you can't put anything on it because it hurts so bad.
Right.
Second degree burn.
You should put some Gillette menthol foaming shaving gel on it.
Yeah, and then let your dad razor you back.
Right. All right. So we covered that, and so everyone's good for the summer. Stay nice and cool. Stay out of the sun.
No heat stroke.
No heat stroke.
No heat exhaustion.
No heat exhaustion. Holy Christ! I went through that 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And so while you're sitting inside and you're scanning around on your laptop while the kids are running around in the front yard playing on the sprinklers and stuff, I've got a way for you to make some money. And you can make some money. You got to be a little bit patient, depending on the word and the arrangement of words and letters that you pick out. So, are you ready for this, Teacher Man?
I certainly am.
All right, well, stick around. We'll be right back, and I'm going to tell you how to do this. It's not a for sure win, but you could win, could make out pretty good. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Stick around. I'll be right back.
All righty. Make poo-poo potato salad.
What is it? See, I gotta get better with. I gotta get better with naming my shit, because I'm like, oh, this isn't what I want to talk about.
Well, what you should do is is not try to shorten it up. Name it what you want it to be, and that you'll recognize it as soon as you see it.
And that's the problem. I'm trying to match the article with what I'm trying to talk about. Okay, ready?
Yep.
I don't know what the doggy disappear is. Oh, I know what that is. Fine. Okay. Ready?
Yes, sir.
You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. My name is the Deacon. Over to my far right hand side is Teacher Man.
Happy to be here. Hello.
And we got our new cameras up and running, so you can give us a call at the station at any time at 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at the same number at 407-448-8800. We'll take you right here in the studio. We'll put you on the air and do all that stuff. Whether we're it doesn't matter what time we're on. Doesn't matter because Prophet Radio actually is put us in their normal broadcast lineup. So every day at 4 o'clock, you can listen to the Deacon Live right there on the Prophet Radio website.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Thanks for paying attention. Seen you walking around or looking around. So we were talking about sunburn and getting cooked, and we're getting ready to come up on our holiday here in the United States. Thank you, Georgia, for being our one of our number one listeners in there, and California's out there as well. Maryland, we love you too, and all our people overseas. So we are getting into, what year is this? 2018.
Yes.
All right, so 1776.
Oh, you're gonna have me figure that.
What's our birthday this year? Hold on, I'll figure it out. 2018 minus 1770. Oops, nope. 17.
Well, 2076 would be 300 years.
Okay, there's no need to yell. 242 years we've been around.
Okay.
All right. So, and that 240, what did I say? I already forgot short-term memory. 242 years. Steak, and we celebrated this holiday with fireworks and cooking out on the grill. And one of the things that we cook out on the grill is steak. And what are the most, what cut of meat do you normally cook on the grill?
Well, I mean, hamburgers and hot dogs.
Okay.
But if I'm going to cook a steak,
right,
I'm going to cook a ribeye.
Ribeye? Why a ribeye?
A ribeye because it has that nugget of fat in there that's just full of flavor, and it's got a fat ring around the outside that's just extra full of flavor, and it's usually a very, very tender cut, very marbled piece of meat. Now, I know you're going to probably say...
I hate ribeyes. I honestly do.
Strip.
I love a New York strip, and this is the reason why. A ribeye, and my wife loves ribeye. I don't mind ribeye. Ribeye, you know, I can eat a ribeye and stuff, but like all that marbling and fat and stuff, when I cook it on the grill, I never really enjoyed it because the fat never rendered down. The meat really didn't. The meat got cooked faster before the fat could render down. Is that true? For the most part?
Well, it depends on how hot your fire is, your grill is.
Well, the main thing that they say, I got, here we go, the top 5 mistakes for cooking a steak this holiday season.
Okay.
All right, our birthday, the United States birthday. Number 1, not using enough seasoning on your meat. It says, don't be afraid to make the steak too salty or overpowering with spices, but trust us, caution. It doesn't pay when it comes to seasoning. You can't season the steak interiorly, so play it too safe. You will be deprived of rich flavors. So what to do instead is season the steak heartily on both sides for about 30 to 40 minutes before cooking. And then that way it'll kind of congeal and everything will kind of smeld into it when you cook it. So it says season your steak for about 30 to 45 minutes before you cook it.
I get it.
A lot. I mean, almost like you would put, like when you do a smoke brisket or something, you want a nice bark on it. Not that you're going to burn it, but you want a nice, good, deep seasoning on your steak.
I'm just a salt and pepper guy.
Are you?
When it comes to steak.
See,
and also butter.
Butter.
That's a key ingredient to put on your steak.
You know, I was good friends with one of the there's a steakhouse in downtown, or just outside of downtown Orlando. It's called Charlie's Steakhouse, and we always ask him. You know, we used to kid around with him and stuff, and I'm like, going, how do you marinate your steaks? He goes, well, the cheaper the cut of steak, I use Italian a dressing. That's it.
Yeah.
because of the vinegar and the oil and stuff.
Breaks down the sinews.
It breaks down everything. So if you've got I don't want to say a cheap cut of meat, because all meat's good. It depends on how you prep it and cook it and stuff.
Right.
So if you've got like a top round or something like that, which is nothing wrong with it, if you marinate it in just your wishbone Italian dressing and let it sit in that for a little bit,
There you go.
what do you call it?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Not bada bing. You got a montebello.
Molta bone.
Molta bone.
Molta bene.
As we're doing this on the camera, see each other.
Molta bene.
All right, the mistake number 2 is cooking your steak cold. You want your steak at room temperature.
Room temperature, absolutely.
Always
I was gonna say no. You don't want it cold.
Depending on the cut, allow a half hour to 2 hours before you cut. Let the meat sit on the counter while you do your stuff, and that'd be a great time to season it right then and there.
Now, there's one cut of meat that you can actually put on the grill frozen, especially if you like it rare, and that's a hamburger.
This is true, yeah, because the outside will cook, and then the outside or the inside will.
Right, and it stays juicy.
So I'm cooking hamburgers this. Are you coming over this weekend?
Yeah, I think. Well, not the weekend.
No,
It'll be the middle of the week.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you coming over for the?
Yeah.
We're having a cookout at the house.
I want to come over.
Did my wife invite you yet?
Of course, no. She never invites
Well,
me.
I'm inviting. Well, you must have said something to her on the ride back from Florida with the Crystal hamburgers.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So I'm inviting you over to the friends. So
All right.
So I'm gonna make some hamburgers. So
In that case, I'm coming.
So I'm gonna freeze them and then stick them on the grill. That's a great idea. I'm glad you said that. I'll make them.
You could.
I will make them the day before, and then we'll freeze them, and then that'll be perfect.
Do them in your little press.
Yes. What little press? I don't
You
know.
know the thing that shakes
Sir,
them.
I don't know what you're talking about. This
Oh.
little press.
Balhootie.
You've been looking at my Instagram page.
Hey, speaking of, I got one thing to say about 4th of July. When I was a kid, I was a fireworks nut.
Yep.
A fireworks nut. And we always took a trip to Florida. And we couldn't
Where
wait
it's
to-
illegal, by the way.
We could. Well, Florida is illegal.
Right.
But where we couldn't wait to go through South Carolina and go to Pedro's. Remember Pedro's?
South of the
border.
Right.
Okay. They had the biggest fireworks. There was a whole building dedicated to fireworks. I mean, a huge building.
Yeah.
And so we'd always pick up some fireworks on the way back. Well, as a matter of fact, one of my daughter's best friends growing up they went to the Altamont Mall to watch the fireworks.
Is this going somewhere?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And these assholes were riding around in a Jeep, and they had bottle rockets, and they were lighting them and throwing them out the window of the Jeep. Well, one of those bottle rockets landed in Amy's, one of our best friends, landed in this girl's lap. She had to have major plastic surgery to reconstruct and for lack of a better word, I'll say crotch.
Okay.
But reconstruct her below the waist.
Really?
Yes. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. And I really lost my desire to spend a lot of money and spend a lot of time on fireworks since that happened.
Well,
Anyway, that's it. I'm done.
That's a horrible story. All right.
Yeah.
Well, mistake number 3 when cooking meat is the wrong cut of meat. Crotch meat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
So choosing the steak isn't as easily as grabbing it from the cooler. Heading to the checkout line. All right. So you've got a boneless ribeye. Actually does. Are you ready for this? For instance, T-bones thrives on the grill. A T-bone thrives on the grill.
Yes, it does. So does the porterhouse.
Right. So a boneless ribeye does the best in a frying pan, thanks to the fat running through it.
Or on a griddle.
On the griddle. So when you say a ribeye on the grill, that's where I was having a problem.
Okay.
So the best thing to do is make sure when you get the your preferred cut of meat, what cooking style are you going to do? And I think Gordon Ramsay has a little thing where he does a ribeye in a cast iron skillet, and it looks, holy God, it looks very good.
Yes.
So number 4, choosing a lean cut of meat. Pick out a steak that's healthy amount of marbling fat that shows up with white flecks and lines in it. It might be more expensive, but the tenderness and the juiciness is well worth it. So when I get my strip, I always look for the lining and stuff in it.
And some people are under the misnomer that if they see it's solid red, It's all muscle. Solid red in the middle where that meat is.
That's tough.
That's going to be like eating a Goodyear.
Yeah, or a shoe.
Yeah.
And the one mistake that everyone makes when cooking meat this holiday season is when you cook your steak, only turning it once. They say don't turn it as many times as you possibly can. Turn it as many times. Everyone says, only flip it once and then it's done. They say no, don't do that. No, just because you get the photo-worthy grill marks and stuff on it.
And you have to turn it.
Yeah, but
10 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
Well, you can turn it whenever time you want to turn it. But they say flip it as much as, and it actually cooks faster. Excuse me, 30% faster when you do the once and done.
No side gets cooked too long, or too much.
And so you season it a whole shit ton, let it cool, let it get to room temperature,
right.
Get the right cut of meat, make sure there's a lot of marbling in it, and flip it as many times as you possibly can. Stay away from me, kid. You bother me.
That's right.
Get away from the grill.
I'm standing by the grill. I'm not leaving here.
And unless I go to my online auction where I'm going to make a whole lot of money. So stick around. We're going to talk about that here in just one sec. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Proper Radio. I'll be right back. I gotta go pee.
All right. Woo. Did you know Amy's friend Rachel?
Is that the one she can't stand?
The one she can't stand. Oh no, that's no. That's Brienne. I think you were thinking about Sherry.
I have no idea who these people are.
Well, I think that's the girlfriend that Amy doesn't particularly.
Yeah.
She went to jail and everything. And,
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
yeah.
Ready?
Yep. Radio.
Okay, coming back. And by the way, I don't know that person. By the way that we were talking about.
Rachel.
Yeah. No, you didn't have to say her name, but yeah, I
Okay.
didn't know that person's name. So you're listening to Deacon Live right here on Proper Radio. Give us a call at station 407-448-8800. And don't forget, all this stuff that we're doing right now is being recorded. It's being recorded, and it's underneath the podcast section under the title Under the Tent, which is all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes and during the scenes and all the stuff when I'm pointing to Teacher Man and he's looking up at the freaking stars and stuff above. So it's always a good laugh when you watch that. So we're going to make millions, by the way, Teacher Man.
Well,
you ready for this?
I'm always ready for millions.
Okay, so the .com, do you know about the whole thing about the .com era and the whole .com in the early 90s and how Mark Cuban made his millions? Are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I wish I could have gotten in on the ground floor of that, but unfortunately, it was not the right time for me. And
the way he made his millions and whatnot is he bought a website domain called broadcast.com, and what he actually did was he went out and he spent a lot of money on his own money. He was a rich man before, and he had a website that allowed you to listen to any college game that was being played, any pro game that was being played outside of a certain area, and all these other games live. So if you wanted to watch, your high school kid play basketball against, as long as they had a camera or something there, you could listen to it, and it was called broadcast.com.
And you could pump it up on your...
right, on your phone and stuff, and he sold it to this other company who paid him billions and $1 billion, so that's where Mark Cuban came to be in the power. So right now, are you familiar with GoDaddy.com?
Yes.
All right, so GoDaddy.com actually has an auction site. Okay?
All right.
So you can go out there and you can, and GoDaddy's cheap. I mean, you could buy a domain name. So if you want teacherman.com, and you buy it, it's $10 for the whole year, and you give them $50, you've got it for 5 years. But if anyone wants teacherman.com, guess what? They got to come to you. They say, will you be willing to sell us your license and your domain name for how much would you sell? In your opinion, how much would you sell teacherman.com?
I would say $500,000.
$500,000?
Sure.
What if the company wasn't that big? What if it was a
$10,000.
I guess.
All right, $200.
See, sold. I'll buy it right now.
Okay.
Because I know that there's a company out there that that deals with Teacher Man stuff.
No.
Yes, not you, but Teacher. It's a company. I mean, it could be. I'm making this up, by the way. Full of shit. But what if there was a company that said, for example, you ready for this?
Yes.
All right, and audio trademark as of right now, retiredteacher.com.
Xteacherman.com.
No. What if it was retiredteacher.com and the website itself was kind of geared towards teachers that have retired, and what do they, I mean, because all their life, I mean, how many years did you teach school?
A lot of years.
Okay.
And there's a lot of retired teachers.
And then what do you do after you retire? How do you keep yourself busy? Because every day you were teaching kids all day long, and that mental stimulation that you had every year. And now what do you do? And you would create a forum and whatnot. So there you go. Let's write it down. I'm writing it down.
Retiredteacherman.com.
No, not Retired Teacher Man, just Retired Teacher. We have to...
Could be a woman.
It could be a woman, so retiredteacher.com. So here right now, you ready for this?
Go.
All right, I'm going for... There is, on the auction, it's called forrealmoney.com. When I say for real money, it's FORREAL money.com. So for real.
Okay.
Money.com. Guess how much they're asking for it right now?
I
know you don't know where to start.
Right, I don't know where to begin.
$30,000.
That's real money.
That is real money. And in the same sense, there's Solar IINC, SOLARIINC.com. Right now, at a bargain, it's only $500.
I'll take two.
But
it makes sense.
But what I'm saying is these are .coms that are still out there. I mean, there's a .com right now. Some guy owns Mega Homes, MEGAHOMES, megahomes.com, and there's 113 people that are bidding on it, and the going price right now is $6,319. These are actual bids, ready to go, and it's got 2 days. It's just like eBay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it's got 2 days and 21 hours left on it. So
that's what I was going to say. Is there a time limit?
Yep, there's a time limit on it. And then this is another one, magazine. Now, here's the trick. Here's the trick with buying a .com. You can't buy something that already exists as far as their company's name. So, for example, is Bell South still out there somewhere?
I don't think so.
Well, let's say when Bell South was...
You couldn't say bellsouth.com.
You can't buy bellsouth.com because that's their actual company. You can't buy homedepot.com before homedepot.com buys it.
Right.
You know, you would have to buy home improvement whatever.com. But see, the thing is that those businesses, when the .com became a big hit in the 90s and everyone was losing their ass because of homedepot.com didn't buy homeimprovement.com and whatnot, the companies now...
Well, like Angie's List and Craigslist and...
Right.
What's the other one?
Well, what's happening with Toys R Us is the exact thing that the Toys R Us is happening. So, for example, Home Depot comes to be and the internet comes to be, and HomeDepot.com says, I'm buying HomeDepot.com and anything that's remotely close to HomeDepot.com. HomeImprovement.com, HouseImprovement.com, they buy all these things. They gather them up. They gather them all up so no one can have not a franchise, but a monopoly on
anything similar.
So what Toys R Us did was bought Toys.com from this guy for I think like $1 million, and then didn't do anything with it. Just sat on it. And that's the state that they're in right now because Amazon took over and did all that stuff. So I'm saying that the .com is still out there, but you got to find the right thing. I mean, right here, there's a Ribbit, RIBBIT.com, Ribbit.com has 38 bids on it, and right now it's going for $12,807. Ribbit.com. So that's the thing. I think we're gonna do retiredteacher.com.
We'll do it. We'll split it.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
I think it's only $10 for the whole year, so I'm gonna put in $2. How much you putting in?
I guess I'm putting in $8.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you're the retired teacher, so you're gonna put in $8, and I'll put in $2, and then can I use your phone to call? Can I use your computer to call this in?
Can you use my computer?
Yeah, I don't want to use my data plans. Do you mind? No? All right. Well, I'm just saying. All right, so I got to use my data plan. I think that's going to cost me, 42 cents per minute. So I'm writing it down. 42 cents per minute. Probably takes 8 minutes to log this in. All right. When we're done with this, I'm going to need at least $2 back from you, plus the 3 minutes at 42 cents back from you when we sell it for
3 minutes and 42 cents.
Well, $3. Well, I mean, three minutes at 42 cents.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to need that back from you when we sell this for like $15 million.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right. Well, there you go. All right.
No, I'll give you. I'll give you your $2 back, but that means you get 1/5 of the profits. And I get 4/5. And all of a sudden you're quiet.
I was told there would be no math. So there you go, and that's your .com. So if you want to,
I'd be happy to split it with you.
Yeah, if you want
your
to,
idea.
Yeah, if you want to sit here and look on GoDaddy.com, go underneath the auction sections. I caught an article and I was like, going, really? There's still a .com war out there?
Well, you don't see commercials anymore, but there's a female race car driver whose name I don't know.
Danica Patrick?
Yes. She advertises for GoDaddy.
Chocolate babies?
No.
Sorry, I thought we were playing password.
No, she's given up race car driving, and she's shut up. And she's got a clothing line. Horn dog.
Sorry, that was an old Saturday Night Live skit. Oh, okay. Anyways, I know Danica Patrick. She's actually not working for them anymore. And you know what's funny? Speaking of not working for anyone anymore, there was a woman who was doing a. I'm gonna make this is a fictitious company, but I'm going to show you a prime example of the way the world works now. So let's say you're a spokesperson for ABC Insurance. Okay. And so for years, everyone knows your face. Kind of like Flo from Progressive. Everyone knows Flo. Everyone knows her. And now she's got this little sidekick and stuff. And everyone starts to know him and her and whatnot. So let's say you're the spokesperson for ABC Insurance. Hi, I'm Teacher Man, and you should buy ABC Insurance because ABC Insurance is easier to say than I can made up the name of the.
Gotcha.
All right. And you go on for 2 years. And then every year you get your negotiation on your contract, and all of a sudden we go, you know what, Teacher Man, we're not going to pay you what you want for us. I know you've been doing this gig for us for 2 years, and you're kind of like the face of the company.
Kind of like the cavemen that used to do progressive.
Well, that's a different story. But let me tell you what they did with this person.
Okay.
With Teacher Man, when you decided to renegotiate your contract. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Proper Radio. Stick around. I'll be right back.
Whew.
You ready?
Yep.
I'm trying to get most of this done before she comes home. God, I want to talk about that. All right. Ready?
Yep.
Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live. My name is the Deacon. Over there is Teacher Man.
Yeah.
And we're enjoying our new cameras here in the studio. Give us a call at the Queen City Studio, 407-448-8800. Make sure you follow us on the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Facebook page, all that stuff. Make sure you go to the Prophet Radio website and... Oh, excuse me. I drank that too fast. And be heard down on the very bottom right-hand side. Record a small 30-second audio clip saying you love us, you hate us, whatever the case may be. It comes right here to the studio and we pot you right back up. No, you don't have to wait on the phone lines. You don't have to be embarrassed or anything like that. So we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So, Teacher Man, you were the face of this ABC Insurance.
Yes.
For years.
Okay.
For years. And you said, I want, last year I made $50,000. Then the next year, you know what? You did very well. You got to work 2,000 hours in a year. We're gonna give you a raise of $20,000. So now you're making $70,000 a year, and that's good for a spokesperson.
Not bad.
That's not bad for 2,000 hours worth of work, and you can go on after that and do what you want and whatnot. And then the next year, you're like going, you know what? ABC Insurance goes, we want you to work about 2,500 hours this year, and we're going to keep your payment about the same because our sales have kind of tapered off. The newness of you has worn off and stuff. And you say, no, I want another, $20,000. And they go, okay, well, you know what, Teacher Man, we appreciate your time and your efforts here. You've made a great impact on the company. We wish you well. And you're like going, okay, and that's the nature of being a spokesperson. You shake hands, everyone high fives and bumps fists, and you go on about your day. And then you're sitting in the bar and enjoying, your $70,000 severance pay that you had and whatever you saved up. And you look on the TV and you see the ABC insurance ad that's up on the screen there in the bar. And, of course, you can't hear it and stuff. And you're like, ABC Insurance, or the commercial goes, you can see ABC Insurance. And there's a, kite flying and the kid, and it gets caught in the tree and lightning strikes it and stuff. And then you see a effigy of you. You see a little bobblehead that looks exactly like you. And it's sitting there, and someone, in the background, ABC Insurance, don't be a dummy or something like that.
Right.
But it literally is a representation of what you were as a spokesperson, but in bobblehead form. And you go,
it's not me, and I'm not speaking. So what can I demand?
but it's your likeness.
Yeah.
It is physically your likeness. I mean, it's got your beautiful long locks. It's got your piercing eyes.
Okay, then
it's got your supple lips.
then I want to be compensated for that.
How do you argue that though?
How do I argue that? You're using my likeness. I didn't allow you to come up with that bobblehead to use.
Was it in your contract?
It wasn't in my contract, and it wasn't not in my contract.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's kind of a gray area.
I know. I don't know what to do.
Well, it actually happened. It actually happened to this young lady. She worked for this company for 2 years, a little over 2 years, and she said, I can't, the contract didn't go through. And they shook their hands, they high bumped and pumped fists and all that stuff. And literally the next day, she saw an article or an ad that had her likeness, kind of a little different. You know, she had red hair or blue hair or red hair, and the person had blonde hair, but her facial features and everything. And so she's taking them to court. She's like, you are using my likeness to a certain point, but I think in all, like here at the studio, Prophet Radio owns any audio stuff. Even when I joke around and say audio trademark, Prophet Radio owns anything that goes through this mic, through this wire, through this internet, and onto your phone, computer, and anything. They own all that. So
Understood.
If I come up with the cure for cancer, if I come up with the cure for cancer, MC squared equals .1235996 parallelogram, and someone uses that, I can't claim it. They own it because I work for a station. And here's the thing. You want to say something?
No.
My early days in high school.
Thinking hard.
My early days in high school when I worked for Home Depot, and I say Home Depot, I love the company. They're very close to me. And a lot of people, you hate them and stuff, but I don't care. They said any invention that you create while working for Home Depot,
They own.
Home Depot owns the rights to your invention. So they would actually have competitions. As the managers and stuff, we'd always have this manager meeting. We always had this internet television broadcast that was broadcast for all the stores at the same time.
Interaction.
And we used to sit there and watch all the news and stuff. And guess what? You know, it was like kind of, you know what? It was one step above high school TV production, because you would have the owner of the company going, okay, and we're going to, and they're a little bit more professional, but you could tell they're reading off a cue card and the production value is really, really low. But you would sit there and watch what other stores have done and stuff on this program. And sure enough, there's a guy who created, you know, where you keep you ever seen like where you put your nails in like almost like a tackle box type thing?
Yes.
You know, and they're loose and stuff?
Yes.
And if you ever bought nails or screws or anything from Home Depot, how do they come?
They come in the little plastic packages.
Well, no. Nails and screws, like in bulk. Like if you buy like when we work on the French and stuff, it's a gray box.
It's a box.
Yeah, it's a box. He actually created a carry-along that fit those boxes in there perfectly. So you didn't have to bust them open, throw them in a Tupperware bin. He created a box where all these boxes that Home Depot, you know, I mean, that you go to Home Depot and you see the box, or you go to a job site and you see a box of nails, you know exactly where that box came from. Oh, that's a Home Depot box.
And it fits right in your carrier.
And he created that, and I think he got like $50,000 for his idea, but Home Depot now owns the rights to that.
Whoa.
So there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll read your contracts and whatnot.
That kind of sucks out loud.
Yeah. So, Teacher Man, have you decided on the kitten yet?
No, and I'm still. You know what? I'm still waiting on Foxy, my dog, and my application's in. They're going to let me know hopefully this week. I don't know with the holiday, but we'll see. She's a perfect size. She won't get over 30 pounds.
Are you talking about the cat or the dog?
The dog.
I don't know about the dog. Tell me about the dog.
Oh man, this dog is just. I showed my daughter. She thinks this dog is just so cute.
What kind of dog is it?
It's like, it looks like a terrier. It's
okay.
Small like a terrier, and so it's not going to shed.
Right. Ever.
Thank goodness. And it's a year old.
Uh huh.
I don't know if it's house trained, so I might have to deal with that.
We'll put him in the house, see if he pees on the floor.
Well, then he's house trained. But you know, and I'm not.
Wait,
I'm
and you know,
the cat's still in the mix.
But
and so is the catty.
Well, we were talking about the cat last time, and they're easy to take care of and whatnot. And you know, a dog guy, you know, always had dogs, and now he's got a cat. And so I guess you're gonna go with a dog, huh?
I don't know. I you know what? I'm up in the air. I'm up in the air with it. And you know, as a matter of fact, last time I saw the cat, I noticed it was still nursing. So, I mean, I don't know how much longer that's going to go on.
Oh, I think it's got one more week left on it. Twixie cat.
Yeah?
Yep, one more week at least.
Okay. Well, we shall see.
What was the name of the dog? Flora?
Foxy.
Foxy. And you said it's
Flora.
I don't know. It's an F word. I could have said a lot of things, but I didn't.
It's a female terrier.
And when you say a terrier, so when I hear terrier,
It's black and brown and very cute.
how tall?
Small.
Okay.
Small.
So like our Mia dog.
Maybe a little large.
Like a Benji dog?
About like that.
Okay. Long snout or short snout?
Well, longer than the bulldogs.
Right.
Shorter than a shepherd.
Okay. That still doesn't describe anything.
It doesn't make.
Has this dog that you're looking at in any movie that I've ever seen?
No.
Because I haven't seen them.
Benji movies.
Okay, so
no,
all right.
no. I'd have to show you a picture of it.
All right. So have you seen on the? Here we go back to the Facebook. I wish I had my little thing. Maybe I do. Can I do it again? Let's try it again. Let's see if this works this time. You ready? Set. And back to Facebook.
Time to check my Facebook. Facebook, gotta check my Facebook, gotta take another look.
Nothing new.
All right.
I am hooked.
There you go. I don't know if that's going to come through, but I might put that in later.
Sounds like something out of South Pacific.
Well, you know, it's funny. It's one of those videos that I came across that only had like maybe 1,000 views, and I'm watching. I'm like going, "This is funny as hell. This is perfect. What I need for the show." So I don't know if I've got everything logged on because I see a big blank slate on my thing. Anyways, so Facebook. There's a new trend, you know, everything's a new trend, everything's a new what's it when you do the challenge? Everything's a new challenge. The newest challenge, which is great, it's funny as hell. It is funny as hell. I don't know. Have you seen outside of this, have you seen the cucumber and cat challenge?
Cucumber and cat.
Yeah.
No, I have not.
So for whatever reason, we'll do it here. At the station because we've got a rogue cat that's out here, and I know there's cucumbers down there from the farmer's market. If you take a cucumber and just put it anywhere close to a cat without that cat seeing it and just lay it on the ground, the cat will turn around and look at it and literally
fly off his feet.
I don't know if they think it's a snake or something, but they will literally. I mean, there's videos of just cats just flying off their
out of his shoes.
Out of his shoes. With the newest thing is. You ever taken, and this is an old trick, vaudeville. What's the difference between vaudeville and broadville?
There is no Broadville. Broadway and vaudeville.
All right, so vaudeville, made up name. You do the where you're like, I'm a magician, and you're looking on the live streaming here. You have a sheet and you hold it up and you're like, I'm still here. You hold and you up and bring it down. I'm still here. Head over, and you bring it up and then you run. You let go of the sheet and you run, and then the sheet drops and you're not there anymore. I'm sure you've probably seen that a million times.
Yes, I have.
People are doing that in front of their animals, and their animals are freaking out. They're like literally going, what? Now my question is, how did this come to be? Outside the cucumber and the cats, how did people go, hey, poopsie, you know, sheet up and down, and all of a sudden let go of the sheet, and the dog or the animal, the cat or whatever freaks out. There's a million videos of people.
Somebody laid awake and thought about that.
Not thought about it, just did it by accident and said, hey, this is kind of funny, let's do it. And then someone just repeated it. Again, Facebook.
Likes.
Oh, my God. And speaking of likes, you watching anything new here on the Netflix? Anything new season-wise, show-wise?
No, nothing new. All the shows that I would normally watch, they're on their off-season now. So I'm watching some different stuff that's off the wall, kind of like Six, and there's a couple other ones that I like. Are
you still logged into my
watching your Nazis?
My Netflix channel. When I come home, all of a sudden I got like, because you watched Hitler was the greatest ruler ever, you might like Napoleon Dynamite. Not Napoleon Dynamite, but Napoleon Bonaparte was the greatest Italian chef ever.
And The Littlest.
Yeah, and The Littlest ever. Are you watching those kind of shows still?
I always watch history kind of shows.
So funny.
I always watch.
It's so funny.
History kind of shows.
For those of you who don't know, Teacher Man and myself, we share a Netflix account. You know, if you ever looked at your thing and it says your name and then it's got add 3 other guests. So Teacher Man shares our account, not just out of politeness and out of courtesy to him, and as part of his paycheck and his contract. And he watches. He likes the history of
I love history shows.
World War II and World War whatever that's going on.
Civil War, and yeah. Any of that stuff.
So and then I get on the Netflix and I'm like, I'm looking for a movie to watch, and it says, because you watched Hitler was right and everyone was wrong, you might like this. And I'm like oh Jesus,
Stalin is right.
Stalin is right and everyone's wrong, and all those. And I'm like going, oh, I can tell Teacher Man was watching stuff on the Netflix thing. But a movie that and I thought about this the other day, and I watched a movie. I don't know if it's on Netflix. It's on my Kodi stick. I watched a movie called 12 Strong, and I catch myself watching these movies a little bit more. And it's all about what's going on in Afghanistan and the wars and the not the jobs, but what they're going through in Afghanistan right after 9/11.
Okay.
What I'm saying. The Hurt Locker was based on that. Going in this foreign country and dealing with all these.
And I watched that as well.
And I watched a movie the other day called the 12 Strong. 12 Strong, and it had Thor in it.
Okay.
The guy who plays Thor and a couple other character actors. I think that's what they call them. And it was good. It was good. It's based on the Americans. There was a main vein that was coming through the whatever Alps or whatever country that they were in, and they were using this warlord general, a local general, and he had 5,000 troops, and they're all on horsebacks. But literally, like, everyone's got like an AK-7 and AK-47, and everyone's got like scarves on them.
Yeah.
But they want to wipe out this one guy. Who's causing a lot of havoc. He's got like Russian military weapons and whatnot, and we were just there to drop bombs. These 12 guys were just there, what they call paint the site with the lasers and stuff, and they're like,
Were they doing the drone thing?
Well, they're actually dropping B-52s were flying overhead and dropping like carpet bombing the areas and stuff. And he's like going, America's here only because we own the skies. You guys own the land, we own the skies. And I need to know all this information. They're fighting back and forth. Anyways, it's a true story. True story. They came home to a non-celebratory hero's welcome. No one knew about this mission and stuff. And there's actually, if you go to where the memorial is, the 9/11 memorial, you'll see down in where's it at, Manhattan?
Yeah.
There's a horse that's kind of revved up, and it's got a military soldier, one of our U.S. military soldiers, on it. And that's the representation of this actual act that happened. That was the only thing that they got. They got this huge statue of a horse, a U.S. soldier on a horse, and that was the based on this movie, the 12 Strong. So it's kind of cool.
I'm going to look for it. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, look for it.
Because I do like that kind of movie as well.
So when you go down to Ground Zero, you'll see a horse that's kind of like in action. And you'll see a U.S. soldier on it. And, oh, God, you ever had someone tell you, you need to watch this, you need to watch this, you need to watch this series, you need to watch this episode?
I listen to them, but I don't. I mean, that's not going to be a reason for me to listen to it. Watch it. Well,
when we come back, we're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to tell you some, people give me information. Oh, you Deacon, you should love this. This is your type of show. This is your type of whatever. I'm going to tell you exactly what they were telling me to watch, and whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. I tried. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Stick around. I'll be right back. Doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay, almost done.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Ready? Yep.
Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live. I am Deacon. That is Teacher Man.
Yes, I am.
We're live on the our new web cameras here, and you'll be able to see that at the Prophet Radio website underneath under the tent. Under the tent, and you can see all the stuff that we do behind the... What are you putting your glasses on for?
Because I'm reading.
What are you reading?
I'm reading my notes.
What note? All right, did we miss anything?
No.
Now's your chance.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Last call for you.
Real quick.
Okay.
It's now July, and my upcoming trip to see my mama again is coming at the end of this month.
No, what are you... were you flying in? Flying out? What are you doing?
I'm flying out of North Carolina into New York.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to it. That's all.
How long are you going to be there?
3 weeks.
So I have to do the show by myself for 3 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it'll probably be the best show ever. Just kidding. I actually scramble around because I'm always looking around for like someone to feed off of, and so you'll be missed. But make sure you're. Are you bringing anything back? Don't bring me back the Boston creams.
No, well, I'm not.
Don't bring back the Boston cream. They don't ship well.
No, I know.
You bring me.
Well, I would have to, if I was going to bring those back, I would have to carry them onto the plane as a carry-on.
Right.
Put them in the overhead. Mm-hmm. You know.
Okay.
I couldn't check them.
They won't, because they'll melt down there in the bottom.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we were talking about any episodes of Netflix. Everyone's Netflix and whatnot. I'm in the middle of Big Brother, and I'm gonna give you like a data that maybe that's what I'll do while you're gone. I'll give you Big Brother updates on everything.
That you know what? That would be perfect because I do enjoy watching Big Brother.
But something you ever had those people that come up to you and say, "Hey, you should watch this. This totally fits your character," or "This is so good and this is so bad."
You would love it.
Well, you know what? And one show that I resisted watching. Well, two of them. One was The Office. When everyone was watching, it was the whole buzz and everything, and I said, let the buzz calm down. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want any influence in it. And then all of a sudden, I said, you know what? I've got 900 hours to waste. I started. There's 9 seasons. Started episode 1, fell in love with it. No outside, no influence or anything like that. And then I enjoyed it, and I called it my own and went on about my day.
Terrific.
So I went on and watched. Someone's telling me to watch Parks and Recreation. Have you ever heard or seen about that?
No.
All right. So Parks and Recreation is kind of where, who Chris Pratt is.
Yes.
So he kind of got his big jump or big leap there.
Okay.
He was on. See, exactly. I know. I watched a couple episodes in the first season, and I was like, "Going, this is horrible." Amy Poehler's in it, and there's a couple other cult figures that are in it, and I watched like maybe half of the first season, and I went back to the person, I said, this is not very good.
No.
And the person goes, well, you just skip season 1 and go straight into season 2. And I go, well, what does that mean?
Why would you want to do that?
Why would I do that? I would lose the whole... No, this is good. No, you should do that. And I said, well, I'll just wait. I'll wait until I don't see you anymore, and I'll watch it myself.
So...
Yeah.
And did you ever get to enjoy that again?
No.
You never went back?
I never went back.
Okay.
But something I did watch, and this was just like a personal guilty pleasure of mine. I never really told anyone about it, except for my wife, because she's like, what are you watching these ladies run around for in like leotards? Glow on Netflix. Have you watched Glow?
No.
And the only reason why I watched Glow, are you familiar with Glow at all?
No.
It was called The Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. And I remember it used to come in on like Saturday afternoon on this obscure TV station, and it was their answer to like the WWF.
After Home Run Derby and before Howdy Doody?
I don't know. I think Howdy Doody was still on. But it was like right before lunchtime. It was the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. And it was more of it's more of a soap opera than wrestling, but isn't that what wrestling is now?
Exactly.
Well, it's very physical wrestling is now. But back then, it was called Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, and it was going against Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon and his wrestling thing, it was all female, it was all wrestling. The girls weren't the prettiest girls, the girls weren't the most voluptuous girls,
Right.
but the storylines were so, I mean, it was almost like your daytime soaps.
Right.
You know, it was the Chinese girl against the Indian girl. It was the Mantra Sutra against the...
And it was funny.
It was funny. It was hilarious. And so this is like kind of not a mockumentary, a docu-series based on what actually happened. It was this poor writer, director who did B-movies, was given a chance to create this female wrestling. But it's true, because I remember sitting there in my uncle's bedroom. That sounds really weird. My uncle used to live with us. He had a learning disability, and he had his own room.
Okay.
And so he would watch it all the time, and I would sneak into his room because my mom and dad never really would bother me. Me and Uncle Jim watching TV in there, and we'd sit there and laugh and laugh and laugh, and I made fun of the characters, and he was like, don't Travis, don't say that. And so we would sit there and watch the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, and we'd just make fun of it and stuff. So Glow, I've been watching Glow. So
God bless you.
Yeah, that was funny. And the last thing, and we're going to wrap this up real quick, is the Arrested Development.
Haven't seen it.
Okay, so you're dead to me there.
I'm going to... you know what? I hear, though, that it's good.
It is good. And they did 4 seasons, and the 4th season really was like kind of sideways because they couldn't get everyone in the same filming at the same time, so they shot different screens, and then they redid 4th season, and then they did season 5 that just came out.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's not very good. It's like a recap of season 4, and I'm not watching it. So I watched like 3 episodes. My wife literally goes, "This is horrible. Like the first 4 seasons was really good, and this is the way she talks." And she said, "This is really horrible." And I go, "Babe, I know." And she's like, "I can't believe you're watching this. This is bad. I mean, like really bad. I gotta go." She doesn't talk like that all the time.
No.
All right. So, anything else?
No, I'm good to go.
All right, you sure?
Yeah.
You got a fire to go to? A hot date or something?
No.
I think we're going to leave here and go to the French, and we're going to start a bonfire. You ready for that?
A bonfire.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. We're getting ready for the 4th of July. We're going to cook some properly chosen meats.
Okay.
For the grill. We're going to freeze our hamburgers tomorrow before we cook them.
Okay.
And we're going to try not to get shot as rappers.
All right, please.
And don't eat the potato salad that the lady across the street brings over, because it might be shit in it.
Yeah. It's got a little tinge of brown.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it around. When it's brown, settle down.
Flush it down.
Yeah, flush it down. And I think that's it. On behalf of Teacher Man.
Thank you, guys. See you again soon.
Yep. And my name is the Deacon, saying goodnight and goodnight. There you go.
I was getting a little hoarse there.
Yeah, I know. But, I gotta turn the thing off.
That's the way it is.
You gotta wave to the cameras. Ready? Bye.
Bye.
Bye.